Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here on the NOFSRL channel, and we are back to doing qualifying for the Turkey Hill National Series, mainly because we have never gone to this racetrack ever in any Napa Fan series in the past. We are here at the Willow Springs International Raceway in Rosewood, California. I think it's Rosewood, either Rosewood or Rosamond, California. Josh Williamson, our good friend Josh Williamson, used to live very close to this track, so my apologies to him if I got that wrong. But we are qualifying for the Albertson 200, which will be run tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time over on AG Racing. But we're just going to see how this all shakes out here at this 2.5-mile road course in Southern California. Should be an interesting one. We've never come to this track before in any Napa Fan series. We're going to be coming here in September with the Cup Series and the IndyCar Series and also the Turkey Hill National Series for a second race here. So these guys are going to have two races, but Cup Series, they're going to be at Phoenix this weekend. These guys going to be on the road course for their first standalone event of the season. It should be very fun. We really don't know what to expect, but we do know that this is going to be a relatively good race. This track is a very fast-paced road course, like a lot of the road courses we go to on the circuit, and we expect this event to be a lot like a Watkins Glen race in a way where passing is actually possible on the road course. Should be interesting to see who wins the pole as well. Of course, since it is a road course race, working from the back to the front is very difficult, so where you start means quite a bit to how well you finish in one of these races, and we're going to definitely see that come into play here in this event. Fifth race of the season. We've had a very topsy-turvy season so far here in the Turkey Hill National Series. Last weekend, Joey Hightower got the race victory at Las Vegas. So he's coming into this race with a race victory, but the guy who's leading the points has yet to win a race on Napa Fan ever. Stephen Colon in the number 80 machine. And there he is right there in the number 80. Looking to clock in his time. Should be interesting to see what he can clock in. Marty Johnson, though, will be the first driver to clock in a time here in the number 53. And then Isaac Nichols right behind him will also clock in a time. You can see just how fast-paced this course is. That last turn is essentially one large sweeping 180 heading right into where the start-finish line is. We're going to have Matt Tuck in the booth with us for tomorrow's race. He knows what each turn is called, I do believe, so that'll help us out in figuring out what this track is like. Marty Johnson going to clock in his time, 1:16.840. Isaac Nichols a little bit farther behind, so Johnson currently with the fastest time here in qualifying for the Albertson 200. 82 machine there, up to the second position, but so far Marty Johnson the only driver above, or should I say under a minute 17. Now you have BB Ruiz going to the top of the board in the number 98 machine. And there he is, there 46 Noah Clifton to the top of the board there for NS Racing. Great run there for him. It's going to take a while for everyone to clock in a time since this is a relatively long course. Of course, you can see the times that they post here. 2.5-mile road course here. Noah Clifton currently the fastest driver in town. Micah Knapp. It's kind of interesting how I came to know this racetrack over the summer. I was in a league on Project Cars 2 on the Xbox with Mike, and Mike was running it, IndyCar Series. He actually still runs it. I just haven't had the time to participate. And we had a race here at Willow Springs, and I almost won it. But I think it was turn 3 on this course. I overshot it, and Micah won. So maybe Micah will end up winning again on this racetrack, just in an offline series. We'll have to see. But definitely excited to see what he can do in that number 67. Noah Clifton still the fastest with now Mitchell Collins in second. John Andrews, who came off of that win in the Cup Series the other day. Should I say last Saturday at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He's got a Cup win already. He's not going to be participating in the hot seat this weekend. This guy's going to be flying down there to Phoenix and then flying back here, I think. I don't know how we're going to do that. At the end of the day, it's a video game. It doesn't matter, you know, what we do with all that stuff, but I like to try to keep it realistic somewhat. Will Parrish is 4th. Will Parrish is 5th as the 62, and then Will Parrish is 6th as Dennis Stryker goes to 3rd. Christian Vargas is now 4th. John Andrews, Will Parrish, Marty Johnson. 79 of Julio Caesar has just gone to 6th. Marty Johnson now 8th. 21 of Luke Rainey is 9th. 73 of Ian Siegel, the top 10. So the 46 of Noah Clifton still holding on to that fastest time so far here in qualifying. We're going to see if anyone improves their time here. I imagine that second lap... Oh, looks like someone improved their time. 51, Landon Smith Jr. right there. Went to 2nd overall. That's a good starting position for him if he can hold on to it. Still not fast enough to beat Noah Clifton, but a good run for him right there. 76 machine up there as well. That is RJ Bishop in the 9th position. See if there's anybody else here. Number 11 machine, John Andrews there in 6th. I mentioned him already. I'm kind of tired. I've had a long couple of days because right now I'm in between the semester. And at my school, they have most of their classes that they do are half-semester courses. So my first 2 courses that I had this semester both finished up. And I've been working on that all day. So now I don't have anything to do until next Monday, which for you guys watching this right now was this past Monday. And on Monday, it's going to be the first time that I've been on campus since March 11th of last year. Almost, not quite, but almost an entire year since I've last been on campus. Obviously, we all know the reason why. But I have one last class on campus to end my college career. And I have 2 more night classes on top of that to end off my last semester. So that's exciting. Just figured I'd say that. But I'm tired. I'm kind of worn out because I worked my brain with that last final that I had. And now those 2 classes are out of the way. I'm down to 3 more left, and we're almost there. So if I don't seem as enthusiastic for this race, that's why. I've had a long day. Mitchell Collins still 3rd. Collins coming into this race 4th in points. Only 13 behind. Of course, we're still very early on in the season. Only 4 races in a 32-race season, so can't put too much weight on the points at this point. But Mitchell Collins has had a very solid... I mean, this whole Logan Sport team, they're 2nd through 4th right now in points, with Andrew Williams and Daniel Bouchard. Joshua Harrison 5th in points, all behind Stephen Colon in the 80. We'll see where our points leader is on the leaderboard. And he's 28th right now, so not the greatest of positions right there. Of course, there will be a pit stop in tonight's, or should I say tomorrow's race, because we're going to be running the event tomorrow. And it's going to be about halfway, just past like lap 9, lap 10, maybe lap 11 for these guys. So, it should be a standard road course race, no cautions. So if someone wrecks, they wreck. We just keep on rolling. No cautions on the road courses, and yeah, outside of that, it's a new track, and that's all there is to it. We're excited for it. See, everyone has clocked in a time, so that full field will be set. Noah Clifton posted that quick time that he has right now very early on in this session. There's your last winner, Joey Hightower, in the number 25. Got that race victory at Las Vegas. Now, they got benefited from that strategy there. That caution came out right when they came down the pit lane, and thankfully for him, he was on the receiving end of that. No one really got screwed out in that one, but generally worked out fairly well for everyone in the field. Some guys got a bit of a benefit, but it didn't end up putting anyone behind. So it was a good race at Las Vegas last week. But we won't be doing an all-drivers broadcast this weekend. It's going to be me and Matt calling this one. The Albertsons 200. There's the 25, though. Joey Hightower, currently 20th fastest here in qualifying. And it does appear that the top 10 starting positions for tomorrow's Albertsons 200 is going to be Noah Clifton, Landon Smith Jr., Mitchell Collins, Dennis Stryker, Christian Vargas, John Andrews, Will Parrish, Julio Caesar, RJ Bishop, and Marty Johnson. A lot of veterans there inside that top 10. So that's an interesting sign A lot of guys who have run in this series before who have a lot of experience in a lot of NOFSRL leagues. And you got a couple rookies like Dennis Stryker and Will Parrish mixing it up with those guys. So it's going to be interesting. Try to find Noah Clifton on the racetrack. He's somewhere out there. There he is in the number 46 machine. And given that nobody improves on their time in this last 45 seconds, Noah Clifton will lead us to the green flag in tomorrow's 16-lap event around this 2.5-mile road course in, I think it's Rosamond, California. I think that's what it is, but I'm an idiot and I don't know everything. But a very fast, long, flowing road course here at the Willow Springs International Raceway. First time we've ever come here in any Napa Fan series, and it's going to give us a taste of what it's going to be like when the Cup Series comes here in September, along with the IndyCar Series and all that. Definitely looking forward to see how it all shakes out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on AG Racing. Noah Clifton's got 30 more seconds, and then he's the pole sitter for this race. Keep on adding that time. But it does appear that these times have solidified out. They've evened out, and I don't think we're going to get any more improvements throughout the field. So with that, that is going to be how they line up for tomorrow's Albertson's 200 here from the Willow Springs International Raceway. Noah Clifton, number 46 for NS Racing, going to start on the pole position. And he will be joined alongside Landon Smith Jr. on the front row for tomorrow's race. There's how they'll line up in the top 28. See if we got any ties. They are pretty close on there. And I think, though, we are clear for the ties. So no one actually tied, so that is how they will officially line up for tomorrow's race here from the Willow Springs International Raceway. Should be a good one. Don't really know what to expect with it being the first time we've ever come to this racetrack, but these guys are going to give us a doozy. And hey, NASCAR has done it so many times where they've added a new racetrack and they've barely done anything with it, and I think we're going to see that. Kind of play out pretty well for us. It played out well for NASCAR for the most part. It's going to play out pretty well for us tomorrow at Willow Springs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Noah Clifton for winning the pole in the Albertsons 200. We'll see you guys tomorrow right here on the NOFSRL channel for qualifying in the Castrol 500K of the NOFSRL Cup Series. And then at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, the Albertsons 200 on AG Racing in the Turkey Hill National Series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.